In this video, I'll turn 3 songs that you guys submitted to me into bangers or complete shit in less than 2 minutes.
I mean, it's terrific, right?
Let's check out the first track. It's from Loop, and he basically says that he's a beginner and that he made a pretty good melody. Let's hear it. The first thing I thought was that the melody was actually good. I just think it was a bit too complex. So I removed a couple of notes and I made sure each section of the melody was more similar to each other compared to his melody. I then thought about how I wanted the track to sound, and I got a future bounce style kind of idea in my head, so I added these automations to give the lead more bounce. And the lead is obviously layered. For the chords, I made sure all layers follow the same rhythm, and I switched up the last chord to go down in pitch, and in the next bar, I made the chord go up instead. It adds more tension, which I think is more nice. The bass were pretty boring, so I changed the presets and made sure it followed the rhythm of the chords and leads instead. Soundbanks. Drums. Lastly, let's get into the more juicy stuff, the mistakes. At least what I personally think is mistakes. First thing is how he EQ'd his kick. I don't know why he's removing the sub of the kick. You're just making it sound weaker. Don't do that, boys. I also noticed he cut out way too much from the hi-hats, which makes it sound unnatural and like it's missing that meat. Let's get into the second track. It's from Cardi K and he got a short length drop for us. This guy also didn't send me all his samples and he didn't respond when I was begging for them samples, so this isn't a 100% representation of his song, but yeah, here's the track. Just by the name of the FLP, I'm guessing he wanted to make a future bass track with vocal chops, so let's do something like that. First, I changed the BPM to 150 because 90 BPM is kind of an uncomfy BPM to make future bass in, for me at least. I then threw in the entire acapella into Fruity Slicer and played around with the vocal chops and tried to find something kinda simple and repeatable. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. The chords initially were simple triads, which is a big no-no for future bass in my opinion, so I added more notes to them. And then I turned down the chords a couple notes because for some reason I thought it was missing too much low end, which made me have to turn down the key on the entire song, which in hindsight was really fucking stupid. I then added this whoop whoop sidechain to the chords. I then added a simple saw bass that follows the chords and has sub bass. I also added some brass for some extra impact. Drums. I also kept the same piano melody he initially had because it sounded awesome. I realize now that I almost made an entirely new song. My bad. And by the way, every single preset in the after result of these two tracks are from my massive 160 plus preset serum Soundbank. So if you need some modern EDM presets that sounds professional right from the start, consider checking it out. Third track is from our faithful Brownie, and he hopes it's okay that he sent a remake. Of course it is. Let's check it out. By listening to the original track, I can hear that it consists of a lot of white noise, a lot of reverb on the lead, and a lot of sub-bass, which is kind of what he has achieved, but for some reason it sounds pretty empty, and the lead sounds a bit choppy. And the biggest reason the lead doesn't sound accurate is because they have no release time, because we want the lead to fade out smoothly after every note. So I removed some leads, added some new leads, and made sure they all had some release time. For the bass and chords, I did the opposite. I added presets with little to no release time because those instruments sounded more choppy in the original track. Drums. Don't forget the white noise, it helps give the track a more full sound. And now let's get into the mistakes. For some reason this guy added a pluck in the drop. I can't hear that pluck in the original, so I cut that bit out. I also noticed he had these fat risers and effects, but he didn't remove the low end and the mud from them, so I just cut some of it out. And now it's good.